So, man, Star Wars has seemed to be all over the place. Mitch, what sort of Star Wars news have we had over the course of the last week? Because there's been quite a few news pieces to drop everywhere in regards to everything.
I believe it's from, I want to say the Kessel Run people. I can't remember the exact name of the podcast.
Oh, right.
But they've been pretty spot on in the past, and they came out with the new one, and they've said that Rosario Dawson has filmed stuff as Ahsoka for promo material, and they gave a little bit of a rundown on that, and it's like, she's in the typical white cloak that she's been rocking recently, and she's like fighting with bounty hunters, so you can kind of get a slight idea of what she's going to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's clearly after the dark saber and all that.
Yeah,
like I think everyone's going to be, so that's, and I think she's just going to have a bit more like a substantial role than most people in season one. So that was that. The meat of it really is the Kenobi stuff, where I believe it's Rex. Commander Rex is going to be in it.
Yeah.
No, Cody, not Rex.
Yeah, it's Cody, because he's the one that was connected, because Rex has gone over and he joins the rebellion eventually.
Yeah, it's going to be Cody and 212th Clone Battalion. They essentially say, like, yeah, it's true, you're going to get Hayden Christensen back as Anakin. It's all like, essentially it's alluding to flashbacks. We're going to get a live action Clone Wars sequence.
Yep.
In the Kenobi series, which, thank you God, you're going to get the Clone Wars like armor in live action, in actual canon,
and not actually just CG'd on and looking awful and floaty. Yeah. Yep.
And also, the armor in the series was different to what they had in the movie.
Yeah, it was.
And I don't think you ever actually saw Hayden wear that armor, did we?
In the actual live action
movie?
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, so it's going to be a first. And also, apparently, Kenobi is going to be about Darth Vader trying to find Kenobi.
Huh. I squint my eyes and ask questions on this one.
It would make sense. Like, he knows he didn't get killed in Order 66.
As long as the two never meet, I could see it working. But if they meet, then you look at A New Hope, you're like, I don't know if that really makes sense.
In A New Hope, he doesn't. They never say when the last time they saw each other was.
That's true. Yeah.
That's a presence I haven't felt in a very long time. If it's at the start of when Kenobi's left and like it's the first thing Vader does, fine, it would make sense.
That is true. This could be them cheesing a way to shove Vader in there and make more merchandise for a moron like me to buy, which I tell you right now, I'm going to buy it. So you guys won. But
I mean, it's just going to be repackaged Rogue One stuff.
Oh, that's the perfect Vader, though, because he had the red tint on the eyes.
Yeah, I still don't know if I'm a fan of that suit. Something looks weird about it. I can't put my finger on what looks weird about it.
It's the small changes they made in the sequels that make it look better, but I love the bulky and unnatural way he had to stand in it because it was uncomfortable.
So what the hell is this thing? It's just trash bag, mate. Wear it.
Yeah.
Get paid.
And then, not only that, but like in the last couple of weeks, we had, those Disney, the news being like, well, we're definitely assessing the films and we're responding. And even Kathleen Kennedy was talking about a different direction. And, like, it's definitely seeming like, not that they're going back on everything, but they're literally, I think, just listening now more so than going, okay, well, what can we do and they'll like it regardless. Like,
It's one of those where it's like, right, we've done the bit we need. They needed to get the sequels done. They needs to finish up the whole Skywalker saga. It's like, right, now we are fully in, what are we going to do mode? Like, where do we now take it forward? It's like, let's just look at what people want. Like, let's listen to feedback, and let's just run with it that way.
Right.
No, the for better or for worse, the sequel trilogy was a band-aid they have to rip off. They had to wrap everything up. So they've done that, better or for worse. Now we move on with something completely different.
Right. Now we're moving on with multiple TV shows, cameos, fan service, a new trilogy. Like, I think Star Wars, I'll watch whatever they produce because
It's
I'm part
Star Wars.
right, because I'm part of that cult, so
Yeah.
like I'm knees deep and I'll buy whatever action figures they want me to, and the stupid Dangar needs to appear in more things so I could get a Hot Toys. But other than my complaints there, like I'm excited to see this whole Kenobi series because it sounds like they're starting production on that next. Like,
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be starting next year, isn't it?
yeah,
Or something like that. Or relatively soon. I know it's
So-
forecast.
it sounds like that's gonna go right after Mando by the sounds of it. And I mean,
Yeah.
there's already photos out there. They're building the sets for Kenobi.
Yeah.
It looks like they're building Tatooine, at least parts of it. So,
I mean, it's got to be in it.
I mean, I'm excited to see what they're going to have to offer. But my big thing is, when in the living hell will Cassian Andor ever happen? They've added, like, that actress that she's going to co-star in it. But, like,
Yeah, she's playing his sister or something like that.
this series, to me, feels like a big... It could get canceled any second now. Like...
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I'm surprised. I'm genuinely surprised that of all the ones they announced and then scrapped, that Cassian made it.
same. Like, I don't know why they're so committed to this one, because it seems to be the one getting pushed back further and further. And again,
I think a part of it is kind of one of those like, we can't keep canceling stuff. We have to do something.
mm-hmm.
Like, we're gonna we announce this one first, or this one got leaked first, whatever order it happened in. We're gonna make it good. We're gonna put it out because we can't keep scrapping everything.
Right.
And I think and I think thankfully as well, with what's going on in the world, it's giving them time to it's giving everyone time to really sit down and just focus and think.
Oh, totally.
There's going to be a massive wait for content between this year and the end of next year.
Oh,
So you've got plenty of time to get stuff planned out and put together.
right. No, it is, it's an interesting position to be in. And again, all this content they're going to be producing, at some point, they're going to get to the point where they're like, okay, we actually have enough now that we can roll out regular Star Wars content right after the other.
Yeah.
So it sounds like they're shooting the next season of Mando, Kenobi, Rogue One, and then they'll be back to Mando. And by the time they start rolling that out, next fall, like, we're going to be in a pretty good position where it's like, oh, wow, Star Wars ends, Marvel, Star Wars, Marvel, Star Wars, Marvel.
Yeah,
It's like, that's a pretty good rotation of content to have. Like,
I just hope it doesn't get they don't dilute it too much.
yeah. I mean, you never know these days, but hey,
But then again, they've gone 10 years and then it showed no sign of slowing down. So you can be the same brand, just keep it different, I suppose.
exactly. So that's everything we're going to talk about Star Wars for this week, at least. As there's more, we'll obviously keep adding it on and discussing.